10-6-1 so far in the NCAA tournament. And remember, the opening weekend is the toughest.
The toughest weekend. This is where your money is made. Sweet 16 and Elite 8 every single year, because you've got some samples. You can see how teams are playing. You've got the upsets usually out of the way, because you're not going to have your teams that are 10, 11, 12 seeds have 3 straight dominant performances as well. Plus, they are getting overvalued at this point. So let's get right to it. Arkansas, minus 11.5 against Oral Roberts. Arkansas is 11-2 against the spread this year when the total points is in the 150s. It's at 159 right now. Plus, the public money, 64% is on Oral Roberts. What do you do with the public money? You fade the public money. Go against the public. Rule number 1, the public are morons. That is rule number 1 that you've got to remember. Arkansas minus 11.5. Syracuse and Houston. Syracuse and Houston take the under 140 points in this game. Syracuse has got really good shooters. Okay? However, they have made about 50% of their three-point attempts in the tournament this year. They made about 35% throughout the course of the season. Some regression from the Orange is expected to happen. Take the under 140. Michigan and Florida State. I absolutely love this over 143. I think it's a great over to hit. This is not a big number. I mean, it's a decent number, but it's not a huge number. So take the over in that one. Alabama and UCLA. Sean, why is UCLA here? Because opponents have taken 54 three-point attempts so far, and they have hit just 13 of them. Alabama is not the team you want to face when you're banking on somebody to miss three-point shots. Bama minus 6.5. Zags Creighton take the under 158. Under 158. Zags score like crazy. Creighton's offense is the problem. There you got a good defensive team. Villanova, Baylor take the over 142. And Oregon, USC, the over 138. That's your degenerate selections for the weekend.
At RJ Choppy, it will be tweeted out as it always is. Now, just overall wins, losses, you sent last night that it's over, right? Like the favorites are going to start establishing themselves and getting rid of. By the way, who would have ever thought that the UCLA Bruins would not be favored against the Alabama basketball team? What a world we live in. Alabama over UCLA. But you think the tournament of underdogs is over?
Well, I think it is. I think it's going to come to a close here. Syracuse is a good team. You know, they've got that 2-3 zone they play, but you know, they've made an abnormal amount of three-pointers so far. UCLA, I mean, I don't see them beating Alabama. UCLA has done nothing but face teams who can't shoot the three. Alabama can. Now, Oregon State and Loyola, they're going to play each other, and they're both, you know, sort of underdogs. But Oregon State has gotten here with defense. In the 5-game win streak they have between the Pac-12 tournament and the 2 games in the NCAA, they've held opponents to 25% from beyond the arc. Loyola's got that motion offense. Of the 4, I think Oregon State is the best chance to advance. So I don't know that I consider them an underdog because both teams are. And then Oral Roberts, I mean, you know, Arkansas is 75% from the line, top 30 in three-pointers, and Oral Roberts is beating their 2 opponents because they can't shoot from the three-point line and they can't make their free throws, and that's kind of why Oral Roberts is advanced.
And Troy, how are things looking for the station brackets? Where are we with the Intercom rankings?
Yeah, the Intercom Radio March Madness bracket here at Intercom Radio Tower Office 75. The leader in the clubhouse right now, account executive and former Dallas Mavericks dancer, Jenny Fan. She leads right now, everyone. Number 2, it's a 2-way tie between the head honcho, the big man in charge, Brian Purdy, and News Radio 1080 KRLD reporter LP Phillips. And then there's a 3-way tie for third. Reggie from the KNC Masterpiece, Jared Sandler,
Damn.
and yours truly.
Whoa!
Stick up my chest.
That's why he wanted to do the. That's why I wanted to do the update there.
That's right. Wait, where's Sean at? Let me scroll down here. Let's see. Sybil Summers, I don't see her. Paul Mann, don't see him. Let me keep going. Dan Galitz, no Will Chambers. Let me keep going. I see Barsky and Henson. Where are you at on here?
Barsky, that's God.
I didn't fill one out.
Oh man!
Did not do it. I would have won probably. I always win.
You would
I
have.
just was like, I'll let these other scrubs have a chance.
Yeah.
Without watching. I never watch, and I always win just going by the form. Did you go by strictly that formula that you broke down on the show because of history? Did you do yours with that, and how was that one?
I did not do it.
That's what I would have done.
I did not do it solely with that. I did look at some of that, like most of the teams that have won outside of Louisville have had blue in it. Gonzaga, I did pick. They do have blue in their uniform. But yeah, I mean, I did. None of the teams that I have to make it to the national championship game. I have Baylor or Gonzaga. They've been to Final Fours recently, or at least in the past. So yeah, I did use some of that formula. I am 1 spot behind Sandler, 1 point behind Sandler in this. So within striking distance of that top 5. Just need to get the top 5.